in the night. So cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold. DD bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Treading the pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, tracking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Friends, what's going on? Good morning and welcome to the show. Sorry, I got a little late start here. Gotta get everything. I gotta wait while I get everything typed up. You know the drill. Morning, you guys. Market still selling off? What's going on here? Smash the like button, friends. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. Okay. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. Happy Tuesday, you guys. Let's see. Happy Tuesday or happy Wednesday or happy whatever day it is. Maybe in Wednesday, I think. Maybe it's Thursday. I lose track of time sometimes. I feel like it's a Wednesday. All right, we gotta... Why is my doorbell ringing? 7:57 in the morning. You guys ordering a pizza for me? What's going on? All right, friends, welcome to the stream. Hello, my name is Matt. Hopefully your favorite Matt. Hopefully you're just your favorite streamer. Maybe not your favorite Matt. Maybe a delivery? Pickle's going crazy. I'm not expecting company. When are you guys showing up? Y'all delivering me flowers? What's going on here? Do I keep a trading journal or I use TradeZilla? Somebody asked. Good question. I don't have a discount code for that. And I don't keep a trading journal anymore, but trading journal is very useful in your journey. Crazy. Hold on. Let me... Oh, duh. It's that Wednesday of the month. It's the housekeeper. That's what all the commotion was all about. Well, hello. Talk about journaling in a second. How you guys doing today? Good morning. Let's get started. Market seems to be moving a little bit this morning. I don't know if Trump is saying something or somebody's saying something. I made absolutely 0 trades today. Literally 0. Like everything right now is 0. I did nothing last night. I figured the market's going to continue to sell. Had that intuition there. I've been doing this long enough to know that. And so, got a big old picture of a big fat stack of zeros here. So let's, you know, time to lose some money. Because that's how it goes. This is where we're sitting. No trades. Anyways, trade journaling. Good question. Let me teach you something about journaling. Not enough people journal. And too many people journal that shouldn't journal. And most people that journal do it the wrong way. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Journaling is a very important topic that almost every trading guru gets absolutely wrong because they're shit traders and they don't know what to tell you to do. Let me tell you what you need to do. If you are in your journey and you still have problems that you need to solve, mental problems, so I'm kind of like problems up here. Childhood traumas, you know, feeling problems, things like that. That's what journaling is all about. Most people make a journal and they make it like this. They'll go, like today I bought at the VWAP and I bought 5 contracts and the market went up and then it went down and then I stopped out and then I added 10 more and then the market went up and then I made $40,000 and then the market kept going up and I added to it, then I lost, and you're absolutely 100% wasting your time with that bullshit. Journaling is not about that. Just documenting what you did. The trading platform can do that. You're not a scribe. It's not going to help you. Journaling is not about that. And if you think of journaling, think about a diary, like a little 10-year-old girl writing in her diary, right? All your stuff you go through all day long as you're growing up, right? Like, it's more like today when you start like this. Today I woke up, I forgot to make my coffee. I was 20 minutes late and I rushed to work and I sat there and I was late for a meeting and then the market opened and I was like wanting to make a trade. So I jumped into a trade. I was already rushed. I felt off anyways. I made this trade and I sat there and I kept peeking at it at work while people were trying to talk to me and I wasn't paying attention. And all of a sudden, the trade started going against me and then I was like, and I pretended I had to take a shit. So I rushed out of the meeting and ran into the bathroom and I'm like, and then I added more and I'm like, and I sat there for like 30 minutes. I came back late to the meeting and then I got fired from my job because I wasn't paying attention. And then all of a sudden that's your journal, right? It's nothing to do with your VWAPs, your moving averages, or strategy or whatever. Journaling is about experience, feelings, things like that. And then the goal for journaling is to discover habits of yours that aren't trading related for the most part that you can curb outside of trading. The trading related stuff is called strategy analysis. And most people do strategy analysis and they think they're journaling. Strategy analysis is like I longed to the VWAP and it didn't work. I longed to the VWAP, it didn't work. Well, then the discovery process of the strategy analysis is just isolating your strategy. Is that VWAP or whatever you've said doesn't work or works. You're trying to find patterns and things that do or don't work there. Journaling is your own personal diary. You learn that when you wake up late, there's a chain reaction of butterfly effect where shit falls apart one by one by one. You lost your job, so you're gonna learn. Stop waking up late. Don't rush into a trade when you're in a meeting. And these are the habits that you're gonna try to discover while journaling. Journaling is the most important things you can do early on. Strategy analysis is one of the least important things you can do early on because you don't know what works, and you can't make any good strategy work if your mental game is not there. It doesn't matter what. I can hand you rocket scooters, golden tools on a golden platter, you still can be a shit trader because this is not there. The journaling portion that's important is discovering behavioral habits that make you perform poorly. So when you journal, everybody, Pat bought D-Money a G-Wagon. Two things, the G-Wagon's, it's a business vehicle because it's a big fat car and nice little write-off there. Maybe I should buy Slacks a G-Wagon. A smart use of his money. It's a company vehicle at that point. And the super smart. Because Slacks is G-Wagon's for everybody. See, Pat is a good tax guy. Teaching him the ropes. That's it. That's some smart money spending. Get a company G-Wagon. It's like right off X2. But anyways, journaling. Most business owners think of the business vehicles. Anyways, you understand? Makes sense about the journaling thing, right? So the idea is journaling is to discover behavioral patterns that you didn't think you knew. Like at the end of the hell's going on? Is Trump like talking? Is he saying stuff? Who's doing something right now? What the hell is going on? Trump must be talking. He's always talking. He's downplaying the importance of Greenland when it comes to minerals. Oh, okay, well. Interesting. U.S. alone can protect Greenland, develop, improve it. All right. Like I said, the moment Trump says something like it's not important, you're going to see the spike up. I don't think this is going to generate the reversal and the rally kind of thing. Greenland thing, I think obviously is a big deal, but I wouldn't chase into this pop. G-Wagon bonus for new streamers? Yeah. So everyone understand about the journaling thing, right? People mistake journaling for strategy analysis, and then they endlessly dig their wheels into the mud trying to chase the magic strategy while never addressing their childhood traumas and shit that's keeping them from performing well when it comes to handling money under pressure. Most failure traders comes from the fact that you can't handle money under pressure. You lack what you're born. When most people that are born with have this innate ability to like just navigate through this space very easily. It wasn't easy for me. I had to kind of learn it slowly because I never grew up with money. I didn't know how to handle it once I made it. Some people are perfect with it. Some people can under the craziest pressure, handle the 3 or 4 kids they have, get everything done, get their job done, balance the checkbook, and never feel a certain way about it. They just get it done, right? If you're not succeeding as a trader, maybe stop focusing so much on where your golden strategy is, because the idea is that the part that is the hardest hurdle to get over is when you push those buttons, how you're feeling. When I push buy, like right now, every one of you has a different surge of feelings going through you. Half of you saw this and you're like, God, I don't want to miss out. I know I lost yesterday, but man, I'm going to make so much money if this goes. And you got these feelings, right? Like boiling feelings you want to get over to push the button. Some people are like, oh, I'm scared of this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to trust it. You don't take enough risk. Somebody takes too much risk. And so, your journaling is supposed to guide you through that spot of that balancing part where you can perform the best you can under how you're built. Everyone's built differently. Journaling, like I said, when I tell people to journal, think of a 10-year-old girl's diary. It's all about your feelings. I met this boy at school today, blah, blah, blah. This thing made me feel good. This thing made me feel bad. And it's all about feelings, and it's all about discovering like what makes you do stupid shit And most people through journaling discover that they find a pattern in themselves. Like, oh my God, every time my wife fights with me, I have a shitty trading day. So then you learn, like, you got in a fight, the next day, take the day off and don't trade, right? You'll start to find things that you need to do to kind of like even out the playing field. And then once your mental game is set, then any strategy should be okay. Your strategy analysis is then fine tuning an already perfected mental game. The reason I don't journal anymore is I perfected my mental game. Now I know it's weird to say that, and there's always this psychological, there's always room to improve. Oh, look, I can't improve anymore. I peaked trading performance. My mental game is pretty sound. I have very few slip ups, and when I do, I recognize them immediately what I did wrong, and I immediately correct. I don't need to journal to discover the pattern. I've achieved a state of being able to immediately see how I tilted or how I went wrong, and I know exactly what I did in the moment. Even when I'm doing it, I'll tell you guys, I don't think this is the right thing. I think I'm doing the wrong thing. I can already feel it boiling. So I don't have to like let the dust settle and go back and be like, well, let me write it down till it pops up. And oh, that was the thing. Like self-awareness comes from, 15 years of doing this. Hopefully it comes from you guys when y'all are doing that. So I don't need to journal really anymore because there's nothing that I need to discover. I usually discover it on the spot. So I don't need to go scribe it out. Today I forgot to make my coffee and I went full tilt. No, I was like, today on this trade, I was like, it looked like it was going to go a certain direction. I felt like, I had this intuition. I went against my strategy and I decided to trade on intuition. And then, I'm like, well, I felt a certain way and I'm journaling in my head. So once you get there, you'll get there. Most people's trading struggles come from childhood traumas they never worked out. Fears and greeds and inadequacies and insecurities and stuff. And good old psychologists help you with that stuff. Makes you a better trader, that's for sure. Journal to understand your inner emotions, as Jacob said, that keep you from seeding at trading. That's it. Journaling to discover a strategy that works while trying to figure your inner self out is two different. You're trying to learn how to play guitar and drums at the same time. You're like playing a chord and then you're smashing on the drums. Two different skill sets. You got to master both. The strategy part is easy because I proved that a blind monkey can make money long in the market. You don't really need a golden trading strategy. Any trading strategy will work. Pushing long buttons at random will work. That's the least important part of your journey because anything will work. As long as you're sound up here, you don't even need candles or averages or nothing. That's the part about when I tell strategy analysis, people focus too much on that. And that's what they chase from guru to guru and educator to educator with 20 freaking filled journals of technical jargon that's not going to provide any success. A waste of time. You get your mental game straight, you can be the blind monkey, and you can just throw a dart at the market and not lose money because you're sound up here. And you're able to make sure you make the right decisions at the right time and all that stuff. What's that dip at 904? Trump over here running his gums. What's up there, bathrobe? Yeah. Maybe some breakfast? Well, that's better than this thing. Thank you. Looks like we're trading towards yesterday's close. Happy birthday, somebody said. Somebody said birthday. Oh no, somebody said, hey Trey. What's up, Trey? You have a new triple B. That's what you said. You didn't say happy birthday, you said new triple B. I'm seeing things right now. Thank you so much. Oh, do we still have some of that grapefruit juice? I'll go get it later. I was just curious if there's some left. Do we have a new triple B? We absolutely do, you guys. Let me get in the Discord for y'all. The only reason I turn my head, not that I'm denying Pickle kisses, is because he licks my glasses and smudges them all up. Yeah. No. Alright, hold on. Oh, I keep putting this on the wrong chart. Oh, that was because I do that to make it clean. It gets a little dirty because I've kept the history of all of them on this chart. Okay. Let's do it really quick. We rolled over. Wait a minute. Yeah, good call, because we did this. This is today's Wednesday, right? Yep. Let me double check that the holiday didn't interrupt this. VIX options expiration calendar. January 21, that is today. Okay, cool. Yeah, we opened pretty much forward curve flat. This is, I can't really tell exactly. They open it, they're like one tick apart. Oh, they're exact. That's crazy. Zero contango, zero backwardation. Forward curve is perfectly flat. Cool. Okay, so this is BBB Feb 26. Okay, well guys, this chart's getting so messy. I keep them the history of them so I can teach the class. I can get lazy and I have to redraw them when I'm teaching the class. But man, it's after like 5 years of these things, look, they're just gonna start cluttering up. 5 years on this Thinkorswim. I switched Thinkorswim accounts. My old Thinkorswim account has the other rest of these. Technique is there. 2013. Let's just delete this old one. All right, get you guys this number here. All zeros across the board. I made no trades last night. You were excited to see me show up making $25 million overnight. Unfortunately, I made no trades overnight. Then I went to a happy hour and had some drinks. Okay, let me do this triple B for everybody. This single big point is very important for our seeing the VIX. Everyone, BB Feb 2026 is 2013. If y'all don't know what this is, don't worry. It'll come into play at some point and I'll be sure to tell y'all. As of right now, if VIX is trading above that little white dash line there, then what you need to know is that the market's going to be sensitive to news, like super sensitive to news. We're over here expressing interest about things about Greenland, the importance of Greenland. The market's just responding to that. Let's double check these overnight areas and see. I just like the market swamp, womp, 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 womp. Was Greenland really the catalyst? Listen, people weren't bullish leading into earnings because of this. I don't trust this pop. I think I still feel that pressure of downside, like this is going to hit that yellow line and maybe sell off. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Hit that yellow line and sell off? Or that yellow line and rally? But yeah, so let me ask about journaling. Journaling is the most important thing you can do, but focus. If you want to do some strategy analysis in there, make sure you separate your journal into two components. Paragraph 1, talk about your strategy. Paragraph 2, talk about your feelings that went with it. Segregate them out. That way when you're reading through it, you're not digging through a bunch of stuff. You're going to learn whenever you become a good trader. When you look back on like all that stuff that you journaled, you look at it and you're like, that's everyone does that. They go, I can't believe I thought this strategy would work. You spend a lot of your time trying to find a strategy that's working, and you do a lot of time rejecting, discovering things about yourself. Trading is a mastery of oneself. It sounds very like a Buddhist sort of thought process. It's very true. You want to become the Iceman like me. You don't celebrate when you win. You don't cry when you lose. You like perfectly walk through the world like a robot. And that's where you want to achieve. Like, ways to just execute your plan, do your trades, and not be faced. Even under the pressure of streaming. Imagine this, right? I'm winning and losing. You already feel something about that. Imagine winning, or imagine losing, then having like stalkers and haters and trolls going, oh, you suck. You said making tweets, making posts, blowing your socials up. Imagine the pressure that you would feel. You may not have that, but you might have like an impatient partner, a wife, a husband that's like, you know, when you gonna start making money with this, loser? Thought you're gonna be good at this. I can provide for the family. You know, getting that flack from everybody around you. That's what goes in your journal. Working through that stuff. For me, it bounces off me. I know I'm good. Nobody's convinced me otherwise. So, you know, that's why that stuff bounces off of me. You gotta create an environment where it bounces off of you too, and you do your job right. Journaling is super important. Super duper important. But focus on yourself. You're trading with yourself and not the stock market, as Bray has said. Good thought. Market goes on with Diego. Trade would come where your stop was, rather than cutting the trade would add more to your position in case stop was areas. Stop when you journal it. Yeah, but the thing is like I define it. Maybe I have a different nomenclature. I call it strategy analysis. Strategy analysis is the execution of your entries and exits. Journaling is how you felt before you push the button. Two very important portions of this. Clearly, you got to find a strategy that works, but they need to be segregated because you're working on two different skill sets at the same time. Most people just blend it together like it's a mishmash. Like treat it like I'm gonna learn the guitar in this paragraph and I'm gonna learn the drums in this paragraph and this one and the other. You would make sure if you separate them out, it'll be so much more effective. Trust me, man, talk to Sean Sawyer, dude. I learn a lot of stuff from him. He's the psychologist guy. Learn a lot about the whole feelings part of trading. Trying to pass your legacy challenge, get your max profit went for consistency, so I stopped trading for the day. You push to take profit. Okay, so the thing is, Isaiah, what you can do with that, you got your max profit for, you got your 40% consistency. If you can push through and get the rest today, you can do it. But if you're not in a hurry to get a payout, you got another day to. So you got your max profit, but one of your trades was too much. What a lot of people learn to do is whenever you have a trade, imagine, let's just do an example. You have a 10K profit target with 40% consistency, which means no trade can be over 4K. You have a trade that accidentally is 5K. What do? Well, you busted your consistency and you have to actually trade another day at the end of this, which lowers your chance of success. What most everybody does is whittle this down to below 4K. They purposefully lose money. And the way that you do that is you load up the next month ticker, in this example, NQM6, and then you can open and close a position really quick. It's got a bigger bid-ask spread, so it goes quicker. You can also do it on the current month, but you have to do it like a million times. You go forward in the month where there's enough spread here, and you can calculate, maybe there's like 20 points of spread. Every point is 20 bucks. 20 times 20 is $400. Open and close really quick. $400, whittle that down as much as you can. Use micros to subdenominate. You can calculate exactly how much you can lose each time you open, close, and then you can whittle that down exactly to par. Slightly under or slightly there, you know, whatever, right at par if you can. Robbie did that yesterday. Oh yeah, dude, that's most people, like, people used to say, you know, just open and close very quick and the commissions will whittle you down. Yeah, you could try to lose. One time I actually went over $10,000 on a $2,000 profit target, trust me. And because I went to pick IDOC up at the airport and I forgot to set an exit target, like a limit order, and some catalyst just goes phew. And I woke up and I was like, I was up $10,000, $12,000. I was like, oh no, what do I do? And I called some friends and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And they were like, oh, just open and close really quick and whittle it down. I'm like, open, close. It's knocking out 10 bucks at a time. I'm just like, it took me forever to get there. Then I was like, let me just try another contract. And I remember learning that because I accidentally had typed the wrong contract in. One time when I was loading up my DOM, and I had the wrong contract in an Apex account or something, like when I first started. And I went to actually buy like normal, like, oh, let me long here in an Apex account. The minute I longed there, I blew up the account like instantly. I was like, what the heck? How am I down $4,000? I just entered the trade and I was like, oh crap, I'm trading a contract that's not even at a bid-ask spread yet. The bid was like hundreds of points lower and the ask was 100 points higher. So the minute I bought, I blew up the account. So I remembered that and I was like, oh man, I remember that bid-ask spread because the price, your P&L is based on the bid if you're long, based on the ask if you're short. So they estimate your exit target, your exit price. And while you're still in the trade, this prop firm world uses your unrealized gains, which is based on that bid or the ask, depending on if you're long or short, not your actual exit target with the limit order. So it's like, okay, I remember that trick and I was like, oh, maybe I can just find the optimal contract that just gives me enough chunk between bid and ask to like close out really quick, open and close real quick, and then whittle it down and then figure it out. Yeah, some people used to open and close on the current contract and knock it down with commissions. I mean, you'll be losing $5 a contract with NASDAQ. Good luck with that. It'll take you forever to get there. But yeah, that's a good trick. Get yourself under. Now, in your situation, you don't have your consistency now. If you went over the first day, then that is your new set point. You need to make that set point every day going forward. If it's 4,000 was your max and you went to 5,000, then you need to make 5,000 every day or no more to get your target. You can still technically trade today and not change your consistency. You'll still have to trade an extra day no matter what because you busted it the first time. If I had to take one trade for less the rest of your life and set up for everything else, what would it be? Liquidity pockets. Got a rocket in my pocket. Dude, I'd touch those all day long. That's all I would ever do. Wait for LPs. I was thinking about writing an algo just to scalp LPs all day long. The goal with an LP. Here's the algo. You guys know the algo? This is what I would do. Every time you hit bull zone, long. Every time you hit from above, every time you hit bear zone, long 3 times as much. Stop out whatever points below. I think using arbitrage as our stop. This is a discovery we've been talking about. And no exit target. If you stop, stop. If you reclaim, long again. If you stop, stop. If you reclaim, long again. And then you hold till the end of the day. Some days you're here, some days you're there, some days you're here. And that's the strategy. Like literally, once you're in the trade, there's no exit target. It's the end of the day. There will be those occasional days you go all the way up to make up for like 20 of your losses. There'll be occasional days that just scalp to there and come back and you make 0. A couple of days you stop. Most days you make money. That's a winning algo. If I could ever make one, it would be that. Long at a liquidity pocket bottom and hold to the end of the day. Does Roxy have an API? We do not do APIs for you guys. If you want, the trick I tell everybody is this is in a browser. You can rip the data yourself from the browser cache and write a program locally to use that data. Get yourself a programmer that just when this stuff pops up, you yank it from the browser and locally make your own thing. You're not allowed to redistribute the data to anybody or else you will terminate your subscription here. But whatever you do with it on your own is okay. You wish you could pay off, just wish you could pay off your debt to try trading again, but the real world is going to take you years to pay off your 20K you racked up. Do you at least have like a manageable payout strategy, John, like payment plan and stuff? But I think the plan is today. Trump is pumping stuff up. It's feeling a little interesting. Like we actually went up here. He's de-stressing part about Greenland. I think that the idea is that December and January has proved that people are not interested in the stock market. So while this could be green, I think maybe to go to half gap. I don't know if today's the day that goes green. I kind of, honestly, you guys, I might not push the button at all today unless I've got a compelling argument so long. I probably won't do anything. It's not like people magically, okay, Greenland's over. We want the stock market. Nobody knew about Greenland back in here. We're back to the same issues. People are waiting for earnings, and I think that's still a game. Like, there was no Greenland talk back in here unless there was inside information about it. Nobody wanted stocks back here. But the idea, we're going to keep an eye on NVIDIA. If today's just a big squeeze up day, then it's a big squeeze up day. I'm certainly not going to try to short it because I'm still pretty bullish, even though the indicators are all bearish yesterday. I'm going to kind of like wait for the market to prove something bullish before I kind of come in and try to do something heavy again. Trump said no war against Denmark. Yeah, I mean, a war against Denmark is a war against 15 other countries. Like if we were to fight anybody in NATO, it's considered, was that article, whatever it is, military action against one NATO member is considered military action against all. Us fighting itty bitty Denmark would be us fighting World War III with Europe. We can't really do that. So obviously nobody in this world thought we would be shooting bullets at Denmark. So this right here, I mean, even Canada was talking about sending troops over there. Like, I was like, what a stupid thing. There's no way we're going to break up the most important alliance that we have, like the US-European trade. Like, that North Atlantic is big. If we all break that up and Russia and China take that over, they can starve our nation. Oh my God. Trump would be an idiot to pick a fight with their allies, their Article 4, whatever it's called. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Watch all the videos. Some are the ones still want to know the key difference between yellow and red line. What separates them? Red line is a retracement of an imbalance. An example, when the market moves in a direction, a long imbalance pushes the market higher. Red line is where that sell imbalance meets the buy imbalance in the middle. A yellow line is from that same anchor point, a very far distance into the future of the margin buffer limit. How much that market moves so that that position for someone who's short on the move up loses 99% of its value. It's a market maker squeeze point. If you're longing, market makers are the only ones selling to you, then they're short the whole way up. If they're short the whole way up, then that's where their position is worth zero, almost zero, the liquidation point. So one of them is a buy and sell imbalance between real buyers and sellers. The other one is a market maker squeeze point where they go to zero on their trade. I'd recommend one comic publicly available analytical tool or indicator. What would you recommend for traders looking for a strat? Moving volume profiles, VWAP, anything related to volume. That actually works very well. Your longest printing, here you go. If you need to get my attention, don't just repeat what you said, but at Matt in it so that it glows orange. That way I can see that you're trying to get my attention. But like at my name, it's proverb. When you're happy, the ghost is egging you to fight. There you go. Article 5 is where we must help step in and defend. The U.S. is the only country to ever enact Article 5. Oh, with World War II, right? Is it World War II? Was NATO formed after World War II? Can't remember. When did we enact Article 5? Under what condition? Or was it World War II? After 9/11? Oh, ew. Yeah, I think because NATO came as a result of World War II. It was after 9/11. Ah. It's a trade war, not a kinetic war. Yeah, and Trump is kind of proving that the UK is almost completely reliant on the US. UK moved some troops to Greenland, then Trump threatened the tariffs and troops full. Yeah, like, this is, right, this is exactly what you have to understand. We've been trading Trump long enough to know he's gonna press and press and press, rile everybody up, make a deal. The way I describe it is Trump starts punching in the stomach. And somebody yesterday said in sales, they call it the punch hug or whatever. He's like hitting you in the stomach, you know, and then he says, oh, I'm sorry, let me stop hitting you if you give me what I want, but I'll also give you something better too. Like, I'm gonna stop hitting you if you give me your sandwich and your lunchbox, but I'll also give you 20 bucks if you do that. It's a great negotiating tactic. I'll stop the beating if you give me something I want, but if you do that, I'll give you something even better. Something you want on top of that. The jab, oh yeah, the jab, hug. Yeah. This is what he does. Like, I'm gonna give you tariffs. Okay. Actually, I'll take the tariffs away, but you give me what I want, and then I'll help you with this other problem you have. It's the same strategy, man. It works very well. Gets the market moving. All right, so no long in here, guys. Nothing yet for me. I've made no trades overnight. I might not take any trades today unless something comes out good. Art of the deal, yeah, 100%. Sounds like a regular bully. Yeah, that's 100% what a bully does. Bullies are very effective because, you know, the trope is you get bullied at school. You know, that bully, very powerful. Every movie that shows you ever becoming a bully, just the kid turns around and punches the bully in the face. You find out the bully was just too weak to fight back and cries and runs away. Until you punch the bully back in the face, according to every movie I ever watched as a kid. Bullies can keep bullying you. Oh, it is the fart of the steel. All right, let's wait till we get the open here. Resiliences are positive. SP and Nasdaq both pretty decent. ARB is positive, both sides. We do have a new discovery about the ARB indicator, by the way. We'll talk about that in a little bit. About it being used to gauge stop loss. Oh, Matt, you're at yellow line, but you're at bear zone. Ooh, how do I flip the coin here? Do I just sit out? Resilience is 40. Half cap. God, I'm like so nervous to do nothing. It's like liquidity pocket. Oh, DD ratio is 0.13. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, let's just chill on this. Let me let this settle out today. I'm like kind of nervous to do much, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, earlier, when you add, if you're trying to lose money on purpose and you add like M6 or H6, like a future contract, forward contract to your DOM to get a big bid-ask spread so you can purposely lose money. Rule number 2, after you whittle your account down to meet your consistency, immediately push this X and delete that from your loadout. Don't make the mistake I made before of accidentally leaving it there, then coming to actually really trade and you're accidentally on the wrong month. You blow up your account the very next trade. So make sure if you ever add like a future forward month to your DOM. Delete it when you're done whittling it down. Ever played Bully the game? No, I've never heard of it. Okay, we are resilience. God, I like maybe could long this. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. That's a tough one. EST, right? The only other downside targets we have liquidity pocket here, NASDAQ. We have DD band down in here. I don't think that this is a rally from here. I'm gonna be really smart about this and kind of stay on the sidelines. Indicators are pretty decent. ARB is now negative. Resilience is now positive. So let's just draw the supports here. You know, we've got support in here and here. If we break, we've got an RB set up there. If we fall, I think this is the better thing to wait for. With all that downward potential we've had, we've got some setup here and some setup here that are probably better for R&R purposes than chasing this long at the top here. I don't know. With all the things that have been transpiring, I'm a little hesitant to want to bet to the bull side here. Now let's double check some of the bigger stocks. I made no trades last night, you guys. Liquidity pocket on Nvidia though, ain't too bad. We're also at a yellow line resistance there. ABGO at a bounce points. We have two cases for the bull side here. Apple, balance, Amazon, liquidity pocket. That's 3. Microsoft, bearish, nope. Meta, bearish, nope. Tesla, liquidity pocket. That's 4. Google, bearish, nope. Google, bearish, nope. So we've got 4 pretty big stocks at bounce points. Everything else is down. So on the Mag 8, 4 up, 4 down, sort of balance there. These are the two setups that are possible. The weird thing is there's long. I think that I'm going to play the volatility more than anything. This is the middle of the range. Coin flip is up or down than up, I think, today. So better scenario for capital preservation is if I put in something long, it needs to be small to be able to afford some drawdown so I can dive in at the bottom. Negative resilience is now looking like it might do that. Maybe I can pop a short here with the negative res, kind of resist this, but man. Trump is live. You trust that Tradify account that you won? Oh, heck yeah, man. Congratulations. Right. Oh. Let's simmer on this one. All right. Yeah, I'm a little hesitant to do anything today. Like, especially with the kind of like a sort of market we've seen lately. I think down is the play, and I might catch some of these lower pockets and be the better trades. What do y'all think about that? Plus Trump is talking. Yeah. Short to 0. Let's go. Res is positive S&P, negative NASDAQ. ARB is sort of flat across the board. Yeah, this is kind of a 206 resistance on the yellow line there. And of course, I think most people are still remembering that sort of week that we had. Nvidia turnaround, pulling back. I honestly don't think that Negative res on NASDAQ. Yanking us down. I don't know. How would I want to gamble this if I were to gamble? I feel like the obvious answer is to short from somewhere, right? But I think that I'm not going to do that. This might be one of those like jokingly like slightly pop-up days here and there, but liquidity pocket. One leg up. Actually, well, actually, sorry, here to here, then sorry, here to there. I did the Darby's wrong. So we had a trade here. If we support there, we got there to there. 2 legs up can be possible. So you're kind of at a standstill. S&P is looking actually pretty solid. DD's getting a little bit better, which is good. If we break, there's a play from here to here. Rally all the way up, though. What are we thinking, y'all? Yeah, I haven't seen it that low in a very long time. I know. So, man. The correct trade to do is structure along from here to there. That is an 80-point liquidity pocket, by the way. Resilience has just healed themselves to positive. Things are looking solid there. Darb is sort of flat to negative. Yeah. You guys think it's a smart thing to sit out, right? Somebody at 100K, 101K, 300 likes. Yeah, for real. When you show up to the stream, you guys smash the like button. We want to see some love there. The more likes on the stream, the more giveaway we do. At 600, we unlock a tier. At 700, we unlock another tier. At 800, we unlock another tier. More tiers, baby. More unlocks. No trades for me yet. I'm 0, 0, 0 across the board. Long side is looking kind of solid. Nasdaq is playing flip-flop here. Nvidia is pulling back. I'm watching some things. It's just one of those days where we got the response from yesterday. I want to kind of feel out what the market's doing. I believe this is the middle of the range. Very much a coin flip what happens from here. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to wait it out. That felt like a smart decision. When I short the bear zone, right, with DD less than half, you kind of have that potential to have short from bear zone. Resilience is kind of flip-flopping today too. Let's see which stocks are moving around. I don't have a really good setup. AVGO is the bad boy today. Okay. Okay. A smart decision just to chill. Remember, before the Greenland stuff, people didn't want these stocks. The shit looked toxic back then. December, January. The stocks, some things are going up, some things are going down. Even if Trump comes through and says maybe Greenland's off the table, still doesn't remove the fact that people are a little hesitant to be long this market and earnings, right? So how many of you guys made a trade today? How many of y'all are waiting to see what happens? If y'all are waiting to see what happens, I would say that you're a very wise trader. You understand that the market was moving down on a greater fundamental than just Greenland, and that we're fundamentally in kind of this weird middle spot. Anything Trump says can make or break this today. We kind of want to be smarter, right? You guys are shorting off the open. If you're shorting off the open, you're also a smart trader. You're betting on the bigger dynamic we've seen is that the market's trying to move lower. Yes, sir. Unless you guys are short. Shorting because of VIX expiration. Yeah, there's a lot of that, right? I love how smart you guys are. We too smart for this crazy stuff, but I don't know. Res is positive, res is negative. I don't know what to think. Up, down, up, down. It is definitely flip-flopping. Nothing yet, man. I'm gonna chill and wait for something better. New military action means more tariffs. Ah. Who are you so wise in the way of science? Very smart. Very smart. Oh, shoot. I didn't mark my dynamics on here this morning. I knew something fell off. Let's just like let this one simmer and see what happens. Remember, some days it's about active restraint. Oh, 25,015. We hit that overnight? What? It's my dynamic level. How dare you disappear? Oh, there it is. I'm still working on getting the automated dynamics fixed. I can't believe we hit him. 6806, okay. All right. Things are starting to settle out, maybe settle out a little bit for some bull play. This yellow line is kind of the limit of everybody's fun today. Yeah. Thought on Alibaba today? Not really sure. I mean, load up liquidity map and see. What's Baba doing? Oh, we don't have stock. We don't have anything for Baba. We're working our new projects, working on our dynamic ticker list to expand our base to having other tickers to look at, by the way. For some of the ones we open up to have no data, we have a new project. This is our next project after we wrap up the last little piece of watch list. Right now we're making dynamic watch list that shows up or down MHP, half gap. You'll be able to put this right here and see on your watch list what's breaking half gap and what's below hedge pressures, whatever. So as that's done, the next thing is dynamic ticker list. And as that's done, the next thing is back testing. What's my bias? Wait. Right? It's got a little dead cat bounce stand to the downside here. I think that up might be the play, but I'm not taking it. He sort of had some flip-flopping at the start of the day. Half the big stocks are up, half the big stocks are down. This is the middle of the range. So at this point, whatever it's gonna do, it's the middle of the weekly range, right? So we're gonna be dancing around here for a little bit. I'd like to like let today tell me what's gonna happen before I try to take a guess. What's going on here? Don't forget, guys, hit the like button. We only do giveaways based on the number of likes on the stream. Every person here has to click the thumbs up to initiate the giveaway. Did you know if you get up to 1,000 thumbs up every single day, that unlocks 10 accounts giveaway? So 1 thumbs up, 600, we do 1 account. 700, we do 4. 850, we do 7. And 1,000, we do 10. With over 1,000 people here, there should be 0. You know, starting tomorrow, I'll be doing Tradeify straight to funded. Every time there's 1,000 likes, I give away funded accounts. The best account you'll ever get. Straight to funded. You'll be funded immediately. $500 prize. So everybody here, first thing you do, click the thumbs up on the stream. Everybody. Do you know when Trump is going to stop talking? Does that ever happen? Yeah, it never stops talking. Do I consider myself a mathematic talent since I have bachelor's and created my own platform? Do you think it's born with talent or can be taught? Well, Yes, you can teach people mathematics. You can teach people to apply mathematics. You can't teach people certain layers of comprehension of understanding the math they're taught. Anybody can learn to memorize and repeat like things, or memorize how to apply something to an equation. Certain people can understand how that equation works. That part you're kind of born with, right? Like the natural genius to be able to have that spatial logic and things like that. You can't teach a lot of those things. Sometimes you just can't wrap your head around it, but you can do it. So some things can be taught, some things can't be taught. Like understanding, like some things just might be too complicated to ever wrap your head around. But you can still manage it. You know what I'm saying? You have to know your limitations, build tools, augment weakness. That's a very smart thing to say. Wait, the account you give away insta-funded? The account I will give away insta-funded. If you get 1,000 likes, we'll give away insta-funded accounts. Every day on the stream. If you're not clicking the thumbs up, you're robbing yourself of free shit. That's the best part. Wait, am I confusing Trump with Biden when never shuts up? Trump never talks. Oh, Trump talks in his sleep. Oh, you're funny, yeah. That's what Biden does. I got the joke. It's a good joke. Hilarious. Okay, Trump's all over the place. Data is sort of like all over the place right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing anything yet. I'm waiting. Love from Czech Republic. Hey, awesome, man. I'm really excited that you hashed your first account. All right. How's this gonna play out today? That's one rock solid. What I think is we have the green candle here, an hour of red through here, and then the rest of the day goes. Honestly, like I really think that we're not just gonna shoot straight up from here. I think we have like the next hourly candle is gonna be something like this. Maybe like that, and then maybe we top off the day like that. Like push, 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 pull, 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 pull. Rally. It's a really solid green candle, so trying to short this or anything. But I think that like normally days like this end up somewhere like up, down, seesaw back. Obviously some dead cat bounce situation going on here. Those of you that are bearish are getting an ideal opportunity to reject this. Let me tell you the best place to short from. We had DD bands. Oh, with negative DD ratio. Oh, baby. Daddy gonna short there. 100%. Wait for it. All I do but do not short? No, I only short the right spot. Or matters. My daily goal was only 20 points a day. Liquidity pockets. This trade right here. This trade right here. This morning's move was very powerful, which is why I wasn't trying to short at the open either. I was letting this stabilize a little bit. Here's my play today, guys. I'm gonna short off of that upper green band. I think that's a gimme trade. Right here. At 80 something points, maybe even more. I don't want to take the long though, because I don't want the floor to fall out from underneath me. They're so volatile. But new VIX is nice and clean. Ratio is getting better. Maybe I do want to long to the top. Yeah, I'm thinking about long into it, but like when we were bouncing here, I just wasn't confident enough. Yeah. Are these EST trades? Well, yeah, right. EST unless you talk yourself out of the trade for some reason, right? For here, we have sort of flip-flopped res up, -40, +10, -20, +30. Like that was like, okay, let me just let this wait. Like sometimes I'll just choose to just let the market make a decision, then I'll make a decision after that. EST, yes. Right. That's see it one. Like this is why I would take it every single time. The only reason I talked myself out of it was because res was up and down and because DD ratio was less than half. So like I was losing confluences and I was like deciding, okay, maybe not. Because remember, at bear zone top, you kind of have like a coin flip both ways. Both trades are possible with like, you know, justification. So, you know, it's a coin flip which way it goes. And part of the smartness of what I try to do is avoid flipping the coin. It's such a key spot where the movement can be big. So, yeah. Plus ARB is negative. Yeah. So, big hourly candle like this. I'm going to let it play out to upper DD band. And I think that's the perfect place to short from. I think that the market's still doing what it's doing. From like last month in January, early January. I think of bears on top as a bear wearing a cute little hat, like one of the Shriner bears that drives a little car, and that's the fez hat. Training mentorship options. Wait, here we have a boot camp that's a group class we do every 2 months. We do this group class series. It's 17 classes. It's the most popular thing we do here. And you can definitely join that. I don't do any personal mentoring though. Like I don't train traders one-on-one. But the boot camp is what I train, how we train people. Okay, so now this is the EST RB straight. If we want to take the bull zone bounce, which I can maybe stomach a play on the bull zone bounce. ED ratio was good. I can take 665. I can trade it from here to there and flip it short. I'm just afraid if I push the button, it falls from here. Oh, I'm talking myself out of it. So here to here to complete the complete DD band play. Trump said stock market about to double. He did. All right, let's load up some. Every time he says this crap, he says something to crash the market, then he says something to rally the market, and then the market rallies. This kind of reminds you of that whole April 10th thing of last year, doesn't it? Yesterday was kind of sad. I made it to 50K and I gave back 15 of it by the end of the day. Kind of manipulation, no way, right? All right. DD ratio is still less than half. That's why I'm a little hesitant. I like this allows me to want to take a bigger short off a bigger pop. So I think that I technically can take the, I could have taken the long off of this too, off of this bounce. Okay, maybe I can try it in one and next. Or I can just set it and forget it, take profit. I was like 80 more points on NASDAQ. I still haven't touched it yet. All the signs are getting better though. Harvest flat. What's NASDAQ doing? What are you doing? Fixes in decay. Yeah, things are actually looking pretty okay here. I was like ready to push the button here. 10 points missed. Pretty nice play. So yeah, I think that what I drew earlier, that's kind of the setup. All right, 9 o'clock, just a minute from now. I think upper DD band short is a very solid play today. You're not chasing. I'm not chasing either. Want to tap in NASDAQ or what? But that is a really, really, really sharp. No, man. People are getting those like April 10 vibes where the market just goes straight up, straight up, straight up. You guys riding that long? Okay, nice. All right, we smash the DD band, pop it short, EST all the way to bull zone. I think, and there's yellow line. I mean, every resistance is piled up right there. Gonna wait. Gonna wait. They're building a play on this one in just a little bit. Although that hourly candle looks pretty gnarly, like there looks like there's just no resistance. But I think that that's probably the place to start building. 375 on the short side. The red line, I deleted it because once it was tapped, I got rid of it. Remember, people didn't want to buy stock all through November, all through December, all through January before this tariff stuff. People were hesitant because of earnings, right? Season. And I think that's really where we're at right now as we're waiting for some kind of manifestation of what earnings is going to say. So this is a dead cat bounce day where some of the shorts are getting squeezed. And I don't think we reverse and crash out today, but I am going to short up upper DD band with the negative DD ratio. We're hitting some key limits here. Let me double check stocks. Like I said, it might only be a small rejection play than a continuation rally. I'm not going to short it for reversal. But I know with the ratio the way that it is, it's enough to create that volatility there at the top. Double check. VIX is okay too. S&P got that slanted arm trade where it just goes straight up. Call it the slanted arm. It looks like somebody just going like dabbing like this. See that? Like there's the hand, there's the dab. It's going, yeah. Let's go. The old slanted arm pattern. But don't not that kind of slanted arm. Not the bad one that gets you canceled, but the dab one. All right. Dab that DD. My heart goes out to you. Boy. All right. Let's hit it. DD bear zone negative ratio. Just Seth, what's up, man? All right. I hate shorting such a strong bull play though. Res is good. Arb is negative. That's the thing. Arb negative. It's a show like I got a feeling we're gonna get there. Let me start building. 2. From here, I'm upside down 40 points if I'm wrong. 2. I'll have like maybe 20 at the top there. 1600 down if I'm wrong. From here on 2. Build in that position. Arbin days like this do not matter. What are you talking about? They absolutely matter. It's just 11 points of difference. It's not enough to act on. Arb, you want to see the difference actionable. 2 points in the S&P is not actionable. 11 is not actionable. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we pop and if this drops. That's the signal you want. Yeah. They definitely matter because it's a rational day. So. Dab on my DD. $300, $400, $500. I just small trade on this one. I would rather have like a more substantial reversal off the top there. But we may not. But the goal is that I'd like to see the full stretch from here to here. Like that, I think that's the scalp I want to take. The day like this, I'm not really convinced that it's going to reverse and come down, but it still very much can. VIX is in decay, so I'm kind of against the idea of it reversing. But let's double check monthly maps really quick just to see where those limitations are on the upside. The S&P is back in the liquidity pocket again. What about NASDAQ? I'm just building a position, small position. I'm watching the order flow and then just looking at the different. So NASDAQ still has bull liquidation though. So yeah, so it's still very much the same kind of setup. I'm building early around the pivot, right? Because it's volatile and it's just ARB is starting to go lower. So I'm starting to build inside of here. It was stalling out and hesitating here. And it was kind of stalling out and hesitating here. Remember, bear zone top is a resistance when DD's less than half. So I got in like, you know, like 3 points early in the by proxy on S&P. Just to build here through here, like all inside of here. Like we pushed up and ARB dropped again, so I was like, okay, let me get something. So I'm on this huge winning streak, right? Like I haven't had a losing day since Christmas. It's been great. So I'm excited to see this continue to go. I had one losing day and this account was offset by the winning day I had in the other accounts. So the net was still green. So I'm on a huge streak. I actually did pretty poorly in the beginning of December though. I went on like a 7-8 day losing streak. It's funny. I'm not winning, losing, winning, losing, winning, losing. It was like, I went on like a long losing streak and then a long winning. I went on a long winning streak, then mixed days and a long losing streak, then a long winning streak again. Life be like that sometimes. Can you explain this trade? I was in the bathroom. Negative DD ratio, bear zone top resistance. That's it. I'd like to play a short setup from here is my main entry. We've got resistance there. We've got resistance there. We've got resistance on the pocket. 3 resistances nearby. But also a moderate resistance there with DD less than half. See resistance, resistance, resistance. So what I do is I build a position inside of there. First of all, I've got a couple of accounts like shorting from there. And then I got the rest of my accounts, maybe like 5 or 6 shorting from here. So I'm only doing this in like a couple of the accounts. This one's got so much fat to play with. This is the first attack. So the goal is to split my risk up. I don't just long all my accounts in one spot. Currently, I'm just long in this one, short in this one. I've got all these others still sitting at 0. So I'm going to build to let it sweep. So splitting your risk up between your prop accounts is always a very smart strategy. You have multiple options to resist, especially when shorting. I increase the size of my positions. I use an equation for position sizing. Take your net lick of your account, divided by 1.1 times the margin requirement. Margin requirement's about 30 for NASDAQ and about 20 for S&P. So take your net lick divided by this, and that equals your max position size. Don't go above it. And trade exactly that on your max position you'll ever do. As your account goes up, this number goes up. Your account goes down, this number goes down. I don't switch from minis to micros. I just do that. Now, if the example, your max position size is 1, then you don't want to really just trade 1 mini. You want to trade 10 micros because you need to divide that up in a couple entries. Your max position size is 2, then you want to do 1 mini and 10 micros. If your max position size is 3, then you might want to do 3 minis. Anything less than 2, it's better to have that little bit of granularity to subdivide your position up in the little chunks. And now TradeAbate Prop has released their new thing. You guys remember we talked about that? With TradeAbate Prop, you can now, in your prop accounts, seamlessly trim I don't know how you do it. I haven't figured out how. But you can be in a mini trade, like 1 E-mini contract, and you can sell 2 micros and they'll end up with 8 micros. They have the seamless transition in prop accounts. Probably because it's paper, they just assign it to you. This new release on Tradeify that allows you to trade 1 mini. It solves that problem. And then subdivide your position by trimming out of a mini. Prop firm has to definitely turn that on for sure. Yeah, it's like a new release that's available to prop firms. It's a TradeAbate thing only for props. So resilience is okay, still positive, still decent enough. Nvidia has its first resistances here at the 181 level. That's one of the things I'm kind of keeping an eyeball at as well. What's the TP on this trade? I'm not really sure. What I hope happens is that it squeezes against me further, and I can dive in right here and trade it right back to there, like where I've drawn. Oops. Let me actually draw a little bit better. From here, I don't really know. It's kind of hard because this is an early entry. I'm trying to build early and build up to there. On this one, the TP would be essentially down here, like half of the distance of that. My goal was to trade from here back to here, and then analyze, and then let this pull back to there for the full run. So essentially, if it goes all the way to there, then I'm looking to pull all the way back to there. From here, it's kind of hard to gauge. If it does reverse, then I'll probably hold on to this 218 level. Remember, this is resistance on S&P. PD ratio less than half. So that's the only reason I'm doing that. I got into this with one of my good. I hear a pickle outside. I hear a pickle. Where you going? Heyo. Let me see. Let me see. Ugh. Yeah, these. Oh yeah, these. Okay, remember, are snake skin and canvas. So this is. Yeah, this is. Yeah, so no chemicals. You can just clean it. All the white ones, Louboutins, clean up a little bit the spikes. Yeah. They just no cleaners and no bleach. Yeah, I mean, no. The bellies. Repair. They just buff it out. Oh, and then the black, all those Barbados, black and the white. There's 2 pairs of black ones, one with laces. Yeah, the one with laces and The bottom just needs to be. You look nice. Let me see. Wait, who you going? Who you going? He was running around. Pickle running around outside. Taking my shoes to get cleaned. All right. Can't shake the feeling we get like a long dump soon. Yeah, like I can just, it just feels like it, right? But like I think like if this holds here, it's from maybe up there. That's why I'm only playing it small. Build up a little pressure there. I was gonna go to the mall today. Okay. Arm jumped up. Yeah. It's still noisy though, right? It's not like the number matters this time. It's not like resilience. The number matters. 9 and 2 doesn't show a lot of discrepancy. Oscar, what's up, man? Okay. Okay, so that's why I'm keeping those positions small for now. Get the final push to the upper bands here. It's a big squeeze pressure there. We are going to get our push up to there after all. When will the news settle for actual price action? I know, right? He's getting slightly stronger, but still in that weakness. I think people are getting those April 10 vibes. They're like, oh yeah, this is that big dead cat bounce day. Trump saying the stock market's going to double. Let's rally it up. I don't know if this is the day everybody finally decides they want to buy the stocks again, but let's see. All right. That push I want to see there. Let's do that. All right. I'm engaged in half my account. See what we get there. All right. Dangerous, but the ratio less than half. DD band tap reset reject. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's go, baby. Fulfill your destiny. Oh, those are fine. Those are good. Oh, okay. Wait. This and the slip-ons version of that. Yes. There's the slip-on version, the one I wore that first time we went to New Orleans. What? New Orleans. Paint that picture, baby. Let's go. That downside. Come on, just a bull zone. Go to 300. Rent it, baby. Rent it. Come on, bring it down. Get her much lower. 12 and Q, that's some smallish size for this account. I've traded up to 35 at the highest in this account. Probably be wrong, but we'll see. All right. I was engaged in half of my accounts here, so actually 6 of the accounts. That's it. Again, it's an all or nothing sort of bet from here to there. I either get the whole amount. I'm not trying to trim early. Either get the full amount or I take a loss. The full R&R on this is from 70 all the way to 300. It's 80 points. If I go down to 300, it's was it like 12,000, 13,000. 12 is moderately small position for what I've been doing. 5 to 10 is like my normal small in this account, so it's like slightly bigger than my normal small. Conditions 38. DD ratio is getting worse. Darb is kind of blah, not really showing any kind of downside. But the pressure would be kind of nice, at least to go back to 300, which will be good. Let's pop that to 14. Add a couple more there on the chase. All right. I got 10 contracts in each one of my funded next accounts I'm long on. Just two of those of the 4. Or short on, sorry, not long. Three of my take profits. Come on, market. You know you don't want to rally. You've been loving that sell-off thing. Watch me get that giant just green FU candle Trump throws at us and you know you want to move lower. Don't we have like a oh yeah, hold on. We got a song for this. All or nothing. That's all I'm doing. I'm either get the profit or I'm going to take the loss. Stop loss if you break the DD band with some power. Trying to bounce a little bit. Trying to pick up a little bounce. It's not as heavy as I want it to feel. Come on, market. Come on, market. That candle I didn't like. Please go down on me. Please go down on me. Take me lower, let it be. I want to see just the now. This is the reject, man, but it is a little strong bounce up of this area right here. Let me get the full tap to 300. Would be kind of nice. Normally it'd be more of a swift rejection there, so we'll see. This is the second tap. Plus S&P is not gotten close to its target yet. I want fear here. Let me do this. Kind of like go down songs.
Hedge pressure high, it's a risky sky. P&L swinging like a wild alibi. Chart so jagged, cutting through my veins. Candle flames burning, but I'm feeling gas. On zone, bear zone on my mind.
The heaviness is particularly gone. It doesn't feel as heavy as it did yesterday. The volatilities for the most part crying out. That's the trade I'm looking for. Only 4% of days break through the band to the upside. Negative DD ratio with only 4% of days break to the upside. It'd be the rarest thing to break and keep going with it being at a 34. Moment of truth. First failure, second failure with lower highs, or higher lows, sorry. Not the best sign. It's feeling pressury, like it's building. Let's get some low lows. There's a little flip-flop here. There's something, one of the stocks. Apple. Okay, what's Apple doing? Apple on half cap. All right, the S&P still has its run there. Come on. I drew the whoosh fan to the downside. Get that resistance. Don't like the fact that it's breaking though. It's not my favorite sign. Reject and turn around. You know you want to do it. Homer, good song. Those songs are so good. I love them so much. I'm starting to get that loss right there. Or starting to get a little bit of loss. My stop loss will be 40 points up on top of green. Not a big fan whenever it actually does break out, because it can pop and then drop, which I don't like. But the ratio is still good enough. But looks like it is squeezing. S&P has that full stretch right there. At the a little bit of extra volatility there. This is it right here. So this is the final attempt at resistance. Still chilling on it. I still think this is it in here, and it turns around. S&P is like that final little destination there. Nasdaq's overshooting just a little bit. That was unexpected. So last little spot here. So this plus an overshoot to there, and then I'm done if it doesn't work. So only 4% of days break out and keep going. 96% of days tuck back in the green line. So that was kind of the look I was looking for. But this is overshooting a little bit. I'll play as deep as 25 right on the edge, and that's it. Give myself about 30 of loss on this one if I'm wrong. But I'll take it on the reclaim to the downside. There's the final tap there on S&P. Okay. You I want to add to it here. So that's my final overshoot. Break MHP, then the market, then I'm done. Then I'm just dead. We'll call that one a day if it loses. All right. Now the S&P has its opportunity for rejection. Other than that, we're getting squeezed. Now I'm going to be on the wrong side of this on the float up. I gauged this one wrong today. Okay, let's roll this one. Negative MHP res. ED ratio less than half. Let's do it. So now the S&Ps, this is where all those 3 resistances are. And if it plows through that, then the market has changed its dynamic, that's for sure. Not that one. All right. So all these S&P resistances are lining up right here. That's the final like destination that I have for this one. And you can feel that order flow. It's still floating higher. There's really not a lot of push down. Dang. All right. Let's trim it down a little bit. And I was so excited to take that one pretty hard. Trimming it to 12. I'll put it back heavy if it drops right back below the target, but I'm about to get out of this one fully. Yeah, for back below here, I'll take the trade, but it looks like I'm getting squeezed on this one. That was a little more powerful than I thought it would be. Gonna overshoot, maybe turn around, I think. I still believe in it on the S&P front. That's a pretty powerful squeeze, though. Not expecting that today. Get some pullback on this one though. This is the last. This is the area that, I mean, it looks pretty good. I like this. Is like I said, this is one of my favorite shorts to take. So hopefully it'll play out. We'll see. Yeah. A little overshoot on Nasdaq. I did cut the position back a little bit, but I'll hit it heavy if you drop back below the DD band for sure. Yeah. extra there.
Last time I checked, I'm still on top. Yeah. They always stay have my thoughts. Yeah. Did it all in front of your eyes. Tunnel vision, take the prize. Last time I checked, I'm still on top. Yeah. Buying the highs because we know. Feeling the res, we predict the volume. Feel the res. Last time I checked, I'm still on top. Buying the lows because we know. Hitting the gap, feeling the res. We are on a mission, taking it to the top. Teaching, not feeding. We're taking you to the top.
All right, so this resilience is negative, monthly res, ED ratio less than half, and so my bet is that we are back down in here and back down in here. I'm still taking that bet. Minus this overshoot, like I still think that that's it. I really do think that's the play. There's no ARB though, so essentially we're basically just fighting the actual price of the stocks themselves. So stocks are just pushing up a little heavier. The index is not getting ahead of itself. It's not behind anything. Damn, dude. At least I waited to the right time to like approach that and jump in too early on this one. I think that squeeze is pretty hard. Well, S&P still rejects. I still think that's 6,900 levels in. I think that's a good place. Alright, let's see how this works out. Trim all this down to 10 from where I was at 20, and then if it starts, like I said, if it starts moving through here, I'm gonna just skip the rest of it. We built RS from the ground up. Future of analysis with decades in front. Last time I checked, I'm still on top. Buying the lows because we know. Hitting the 6,900 has been reached. So that's the last. This is the only place. I mean, if I take a loss and it goes here and it gets back to there, I'll re-chase that to the downside on this one. I underestimated this squeeze today. A little heavier than I thought it was going to be to the upside. Still less than half. All right. About right here is when I'll cut out fully. So I'm watching S&P and I'm still trading Nasdaq. I'll cut out fully right. Man, I'm not happy with that. Too much potential to go higher. I'm mad that I missed out on the long side. Let's see what happens from here.
Staring at screens glowing in the night. Digits and dreams tangled up so tight. Rocket scooter AI guiding us through. Chasing the future, breaking right on through. Never giving up, always pushing higher. Rocket scooter blazing, trains on fire. Hold the line, we're climbing the peak. Futures in motion, dreams we seek. Market waves crashing, we hold our ground. Signals and whispers, we're lost and found. Rocket scooter AI lighting our way. In the chaos of trading, we'll never sway. Never giving up, always pushing higher. Rocket scooter blazing, trades on fire. Hold the line.
Yeah, I don't feel the downside from this one now. But hopefully, like I said, this is the last little spot. Nvidia's resisting at the top, kind of holding flat with no additional push. I don't think I'm gonna get the profit target I want. If anything, it's a retest of DD and I'm out. So if anything, there to there. That's the new exit. S&P. Boo. This is my, right here, this is my stop. So right here, I'm done. All these resistances and we pushed right through them. This is like, it kind of goes back to that whole April 10th day, right? Big squeeze to the upside. Man, so crummy that it didn't work out. But it was exciting, that moment. S&P has that hook right at 10. That's it. This is the final, kind of like the final area I'm willing to hold this through. The last little spot here. Pretty sure I'm right. A little bit of overshoot on the way. Nasdaq passed through first, S&P hit through second.
Chasing numbers, wild and blind. Rocket dreams, they fill my mind. Hedge the pressure, stakes so high. Burning dollars touch the sky. Algorithms spin the wheel. Truth or gamble, what's the deal? Shots and candles flash and scream. Money's just a fading dream. Market fever, break the chain. Greed and chaos fuel the flame.
The final little spot here.
Rocket scooter, ride the waves. Chasing wealth into the grave. Pressure built in, can't escape. Every dollar sets the shape.
Those hourly candles are pretty crazy. So I don't know if I don't know if we're gonna get a straight run back up to fill that half gap at 69.48. That's that area on S&P. Break through 10, it goes to 48. So that's the push. The giveaway today? Yeah, we'll do giveaways in a little bit. Yeah, like back to MHP maybe. I've trimmed the 20 down to 10. 40 is about my limit anyways for this. Up 40, down 40 is kind of what I've been trading this account. If for low pullback, maybe. We'll see. But it doesn't feel like it, man. It feels pretty squeezy to the upside. But at least I picked the right spot to get in a trade from. I just hit it pretty hard. All this tariff talk like causes this dislodges the market from that sort of like weird spot it was in. It caused a little momentum now, I think. But I had a hard time believing that today was the day that creates that momentum that hey, if I missed it, I missed it. Nvidia's pushing new highs 182 right now. Okay. I trim back down to 8 from 10. Still hanging on just in case we get back below here, and that's the last little play I'm going to do. Did y'all hear about what happened with funding ticks, right? I'll just let you guys know, like, keep an eye out for some of the prop firms out there that are in these, like, you know, modes of having, like, rules that are too good to be true and what can happen from there. Yeah, I took a short from, like, this area right here, and that's basically it. So this is, like, where my final stop is on trying to take a short on the S&P. And NASDAQ rejections. That song's a little heavy for most of y'all, I would say. What are some of these? No, I'm actually stepping out of it. Like, essentially from here, 69.10 is my sort of resistance that I'm cool with. This is basically the last little place. The goal is, now DD ratio just popped above half, so it looks like the stocks have recovered a whole lot, significant amount of their movement to the downside last week. And so now we're back to bull zone-ish, so I'm probably just gonna get squeezed if I keep holding on to this one. My last attempt is 69.10. That's it. That's where my stops are. Dude, no resistance at all here. This is my last minute of patience with this. I've got one more minute of patience before I just give up and forget about this one. 10 is it. That's the one place I want to be short from. That DD band. 56 ratio. That's crazy. So we flipped to the bull side now. Things have completely improved. The question is, you don't want to take any more risk on this one or just cut it. There's been a significant lack of any kind of pullback. That's what's hard about these upper DD band plays. Wait till the hourly close. That's kind of what I'm waiting for, yeah. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Expensive shoe-related stuff going on over here. And talk to the shoe hospital people trying to get all this. All right, now the moment of truth. Do we get that pull back below DD? Hopefully that'd be a good answer to today's play. Below here, and then we work our way down. I dig myself back to positive. I don't like flat consolidations that just sit there. This always tells me there's another green candle. Yeah. Well, I do see confirmation. I did see confirmation to the downside. Now it's all gone. I've kind of lost most of it. But in all honesty, like breaking through this band to keep going, it's like 4% of days close up here. The rest of them close down inside of here. If I can get a play to there, I'm a little happy just to get to there. We'll see. And I was so thrilled to see like a DD resist. We got liquidity pocket with positive DD now though, so the problem is my trade pretty much can probably just go to there. I have to close out. Probably knock this down about 30 loss. The hour switched over. We have a new hourly candle now. Hopefully this is a sort of turning point. If there is anything, we've got the European close kind of in front of us. This sort of engulfing green candle on yesterday's downside is a little more bullish than I thought it would be. So I've been bullish every single day since November for the most part, shorting just a couple of days. The shorting has been pretty successful. This is the one time the shorting hasn't played out, which is a pretty good gauge on this. But this one just blew me for a... It just completely blew my mind. 470 level in NASDAQ. VIX is starting to turn up just a little tiny bit, but I don't think it's enough. S&P drops below there, we should be in a better spot. Now, again, probably should take profit here on the 425. We get close to that. That'll put me down to my 30K total loss on that one. I still believe in more downside, like bigger downside, not rally up, not like small downside. I still believe in bigger downside. So S&P is finally back under the level, which is okay. That's good for this trade. I still held on. I trimmed from 20 down to 8 though. Kind of kept medium risk now. Question is, do I believe in the bigger downside just to hold it all the way through? Ratio is 60, so we should hold the pocket. That's the one thing here. If now again, two things. Number one, losing DD band is usually very bad. Whenever you break through and lose it, it can fall the whole way back down. There is likely bounce from here to here because of the pocket was such a strong move. So I might have to like, you know, get my happiness and then my heart broken and then have one more wave down. If, and this is a big if, I don't think this is going to happen, but big if, it's more likely that we hold this pocket here. Likely. To be like, that's likely to be the case. If like we reject off of this one second time, like somehow we make it below and then reject off of it, this could be a bigger play. But Nvidia is pushing pretty heavily to the upside, so we're not getting a lot of selling pressure here. At least on the stocks. This is the day that everybody seems to want to jump back into this stuff. We don't have that sort of like toxic Nvidia selling that we used to see pretty much all month. It's kind of just vaporized today. The Nvidia is pushing pretty solid. Back up to retrace all these sell-off levels we've seen. If it doesn't dump hard today, it's going to be still flip-flop on the news tomorrow. Same stuff. Oh. I don't think it's going to get that sell-off there anymore. Not from here. Yeah, I don't think this is going to turn out good. These moves are just crazy. This is all looking at tech. Video today pushing really hard. Every time we get a bump, the S&P is just moving. See how ARB is just basically at 0? We're just tracking the stocks. Very clean like that. That futures aren't getting ahead of themselves. The stocks are on point. Hold on. I'm still hanging on. We'll see. Oh, I'm hanging on with something smaller than what I had earlier. Sorry, I got like important shoe hospital stuff. Hold on. This is the moment of truth here. This is the spot. If there's anything, it's now or never. Do I want to continue to have a couple balls, a couple bigger balls here on this one? The last step, although I don't have the confluence anymore. The final attempt is to drop below the band. If we drop below the band, it can be a big. The only thing I ever go for. Conditions are favorable for that short setup. That is my favorite short to take. Sometimes you take a little heat before it happens, but it'd be like a midday play. So the likely bounce would be basically like what I'm looking for is, oops, sorry, likely bounce here. I'm trying to move. Let me move this over to the left a little bit. With the polarity switching from negative to positive, it's pretty much a support now. You see how I flipped to support? That's where that likely bounce is going to be. So best case scenario I can hope for is just a test to there now, I think. But it could be if we flip to that and everything pulls back, we can get back down. Like, I don't know. I just feel like with what we've seen the last couple of weeks and the months that this is not going to be a bull play through earnings. This whole April 10th sort of vibe to this, or whatever it's worth, I have this suspicion, really, like a really strong suspicion that by the end of today, all of this could have gone away. Like, I feel like the market can just be all the way to the other side. Too sensitive to everything. This is the high for people to get out of. We've been trying to get out of this. MRES is below 0. DD ratio was like 0.2. Now it's 0.6. We had some stocks flip to bull side today. So, who knows, man? Who knows how this turns out, but I'm still a believer. I'm still a believer. All right. Still a believer. You smashed about the shoe stuff. We're really like worried about. I'm taking my shoes to get like cleaned and repaired. All my really expensive shoes. And last time I took a pair of like spiky white leather Louboutins. They had spikes on them. I went to the club one night. Some girls snuck into our table and were like essentially being, you know, stupid and like, ee selfie, 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 and kicked over the hookah, and the hot coals fell all over, you know, when you have like the booth, right? Everyone's sitting on top of the booth, like, you know, where the backrest is. We're sitting like on top. We're chilling there, and all of a sudden, like, I start to smell something burning, and I look down, and the hot coals were like spread out all over the booth, burning holes in the leather. One of them was sitting against my shoe. Do I wear those? No, like those are like club shoes, like club attire. I don't wear those to wear those. When I go out, you know, I wear flashy shit, I guess. Anyways, the coals were like embedded into the side of the shoe. The rubber, the leather area is just literally burning a hole in my shoe, and I didn't even notice. And these girls, I don't even know who they were. They're just like, hee, selfie. And I'm like, you know, drunk chick knocked it over. I'm just like, they didn't even notice. Yeah. So, yeah, the guys, well, I have like Cucinelli's, like the guys, she keeps talking to me about this one pair. I have a scuff on like a $2,200 pair of Cucinelli's that she's got up there trying to get he's like, we can't get the scuff out of the leather. You know that, right? I was like, we were talking about on the phone. So that's my expensive pair. That's up there. This guy's got like a pair of Gucci high tops, some Cucinelli's, 2 pair of Hermes, then 2 Louboutins, 1 Tom Ford, and 3 Barbados. That's what he's looking at today. Those Louboutins were probably the cheaper of all of my shoes, I would say. I think they were only $900 or $1,200. Buy new ones. Well, that's what I did. So the ones that I got them to get repaired, they came back like with a blue hue to them. I don't know if they bleached it or what. And they tried their best, but the whole shoe looked like it was painted blue or something. So I ended up just getting a new pair, like getting rid of the old one, just give myself a new pair. They completely, and I told these guys at this place, I was like, hey man, don't jack up my shoes. He was like, no, this is the heart of River Oaks, man. Don't you worry, dude. We won't mess up your stuff, I promise. We're the best in town. He's like, we get the most expensive stuff. I was like, all right. My favorite Italian shoes, man. I love Cucinelli's, like my favorite. Like, don't mess them up. But yeah, like the spiky ones, they're not really that bad. Like, let me show you which ones they were. They're not, they're kind of cool looking. They're just like high tops. I mean, I'm sorry, low tops. They have a special kind of white though that's kind of different. They were these shoes. That's what they were. They said they had like spikes on the side. They're just slip-on sneakers that have like spike on the side. Yeah, they're like $1,000. They weren't that big of a deal. But I paid like maybe like almost 150, 200 for the repair. Oh, they were. But the funny, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what's that smell? Like somebody's got BO at my table. You know, I'm sitting with my back against the wall at the top. I'm looking down and I'm like, you know, like this was my buddy's club, right? Who also owns the club. And there's like, you know, shisha brick burning hole in the booth, like just literally sitting there, just like burning the booth that was sitting there. And these girls weren't even paying attention. And the hookah was like right in the middle of the table in front of all of us. I don't know how they knocked the coals out of it, but I'm a big fan of Italian shoes though. They're pointier. They look nicer. Just get knockoffs for the club. That's kind of the other part too, is like, you know, the place that you would wear. I mean, that's why I wear those to the club. I don't wear my expensive stuff to the club. People be stepping on it, kicking it, spilling drinks on it. Nothing suede, nothing whatever. That's why I like the leather Louboutin, because it's leather. It'll pretty much survive anything except for fire. Everything else will pretty much survive. Bruno Magli's. I don't have any of those, or Centone. I don't have those, but those are nice. They'll burn pretty quick. But you spill a drink, you spill, I don't know, vodka cranberry pink drink on your white leather, just wipe it right off. It's good. But that was my Christmas present from her. She's like, what do you want for Christmas? Do you want a new pair of shoes? I'm like, actually, because I normally I have a, like, that's the one thing I have that most, you know, most traders probably go out there and buy like Rolexes and shit. I don't own a Rolex. Instead, I just buy a lot of shoes. I have a lot of expensive clothes and shoes. So shoes are my thing, right? So I got like a whole huge collection in my closet. So I was like, I don't want a new pair of shoes. I want 20 new pairs of shoes. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I want all my old ones clean. I want them to look new. That's good enough for me. So this is actually my Christmas present. Good shoes will last you 10 years. Oh, 100%. I feel like the first thing people notice about you when you walk into an establishment is your shoes. Number one, or notice you got all your teeth. I guess the first thing people notice, but people notice shoes before they notice a watch. A good pair of shoes will make you look like $1 million. A good watch only makes you look like $1 million once you shake somebody's hand. When you're walking up, they don't see that watch underneath the suit jacket. The first... Why are you worried about shoes? Complaining is so unattractive. You're not my type. Sorry about that. Not really sure if I care that you're attracted to me or not. I don't date struggling traders. No offense. Boom roasted. It's not you, it's me. Fuck out of here. No, Sam, we still have a chance. We still have a chance. If we got better traders, is a date possible? Yes. We still have a chance, bro. All right, can I bring this back around? So my tolerance in this account has been 40 up, 40 down, 40 up, 40 down. So we're kind of on the edge of how far down I'm willing to let go. Although I've been holding on to my take profits, these are turning out to be kind of okay. Can't complain here. Let me tell you the job of a streamer, okay? The job of the streamer is to entertain guests with whatever is topical in the moment. I think people forget that I get paid a very significant amount of money every moment I'm live. So we got to fill the airwaves with something, whether it's talking about trading, talking about shoes, talking about whatever. The dead air is the enemy to a broadcast. So we got to talk about something interesting while we're just waiting. So we don't just fidgeting on the charts. Oh, there's a little green candle there. Nvidia had a slight turnaround for a moment. The childhood story? Like which one? The squirrel funeral? When I get my 100K from YouTube, it's in the mail right now. So I already filled out. They sent me a thing. I had to fill out a form to get it all set up to be mailed. And then they sent me a thing that's like, would you like to buy a few more for your team? So with YouTube, the way that works, they give you one, and then they give you the opportunity. See how much they are to buy a few more, like in case you have like, you know, like a team of people that run your channel. You want to give each one of them one. Let's see how much it is. Where's the YouTube thing? Oh, here we go. YouTube creators. YouTube. I swear I saw it. Let me see which email box they sent it to. Maybe it was emails. Business here. Oh, here we go. Congratulations on your recent YouTube Creator Award. While only one complimentary award can be redeemed per channel, you can purchase additional awards. It's a great opportunity to keep celebration going with your team. To purchase additional awards, copy your code, click here for the purchase. How much is a silver play button to buy? How much? Oh, there's a desktop award too. There's one that sits on your desktop. There's one that hangs on the wall. And there's a letter, a metal version of the letter. Okay. How much is it? Oh, it's only $125 for a second one, huh? I have 30 days to order a second one. 125 bucks. 125 extra dollars. They it's custom, so it says like, you know, day trading with Matt, yada yada. It's like custom designed. That's kind of cool. Minus 30K. Oh, dude. Well, I mean, I had basically, I'm way up for January. It's my first red-ish day in this account. I've been running 40, 50K days since last week. So up 40, down 40 is kind of my norm. My normal appetite for this one. I'm starting to make some room on this one. Fuck yeah, let's go. Pat giving away G-Wagons? I know, right? I'm telling you, man, Pat is a smart man with his taxes. Let's go. Now the question is, should I just take the profit or are we going to crash from here? What do y'all think? All right. What do we think, guys? Finally some red. Yeah, I know, right? Get to the liquidity pocket. The smart thing is to get to the pocket and take the profit here on that likely bounce and reject the second time with the short. Best case scenario I'm going to hope for is sort of like right there and maybe test this right here. There's a lot of counter volume coming to MHP though. MHP res is negative, DD ratio is positive. So we do have bear zone EST bounce to the long side. So this is kind of the standstill. A smart trader would close out and accept the lesser loss from here. The smart trader. There's a very likely bounce here. Likely. And do I want to be a smart trader and accept the lesser loss, or do I want to take and hang on for a little bit more risk and let it ride? What do y'all think? Hold for lower? All right. Hit 60K in your trade if I select. Levi, whoa, dude. Congrats, bro. That's awesome. Hold for lower. Are you a smart trader? Sometimes. I believe so sometimes. I'm just an unattractive trader because I talk about shoes. You know. But, you know, all brains and no looks is all that matters, I guess, sometimes. Oh my gosh. Get this bad boy lower. Go stupid, go dum-dum. Footprint is printing mad imbalances. Thanks for the update there. Let's see if this turns into something good. Should I just have big balls for today and hang all the way down, hold all the way down to the bottom? Nvidia is just an upside down V at the point here. I think obviously the first bounce case, like, you know, you see this right here, there's your bounce, right? Nvidia is gonna probably hover there for a hot minute. So be careful at this 181.5 sort of level. Let's actually pop Nvidia on the chart so we can just monitor it. About here, right? It's just like the middle sort of retracement area on this. Right, see that little spot right there. Keep an eye out 81.8 or give or take, something like that. I had 20 contracts at the DD band, and then I went to 8, and then I went back to 14, and now we're doing okay. I'm 25 in the hole here. All my other accounts are pretty much doing okay. The exception of one funded next account, it's down about 10. The other ones are up another 10, so that's neutral. My take profit, I'm up 20,000 bucks because I have those right now. So I held on with those at the top here. And we'll see what happens. This when it first hit DD band, the first stab was just in here. That's why this one took the most heat. Once we got up here, I started getting in all my other accounts. That's what splitting your risk is for. Oh yeah, it's about. So essentially all of these are green with the exception of one of these is red and this one's red. That's it. TPT 50Ks. Did you a favor to dump it? Elion, I appreciate you, man. It really makes me feel happy. All right, let's watch NVIDIA. It's 8186 level. Went back down from 40 to 20. Right. Into the 20K, 19K. Let's just melt. Melt her down, baby. Well, my intuition was good. Like, fuck yeah, it was good. All right, there's a likely bounce play right here at the DD band, so be careful. The ratio greater than half, you can bounce right there at the 373 level. Should I be smart and accept a lesser loss? Or should I have diamond balls? What should I have, guys? Y'all let me know what to do. We losing DD band coming all the way the fuck back down. Lower for longer. Oh my god. What a fucking day, dude. Now we're back. Now we're back. Let's inch it back down. Let's go. Latin, I should probably accept the loss here and be smart. Nvidia's at that retracement. Should I be smart? Should I hold for longer? Back to HP. Back to bull zone maybe, right? Like 301. If I get a 301, it's my original trade. I'd be pretty happy on that one. Bruh. Look at this, man. 30K up in like the last 10 minutes from that 40K down. I felt it, dude. I felt it in my diamond balls. I fucking felt it. DD band resist. This is the original trade I wanted. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know why not trim, because you guys are telling me to be dumb and not be smart. Oh my word. Are telling me to be dumb, not smart. I should probably trim. Oh, Nvidia fallen below 186 level. Yo, ARB is still negative a little bit. So likely, oh, the likely bounce on the S&P. So watch Nvidia here at 86. My party, so in Houston, there's a huge freeze coming out this weekend. Of all days, my huge party that I'm throwing. On Saturday, where people are actually flying. There's like a bunch of YouTubers and traders from the community literally flying out to party with me this weekend. My 100K celebration party. And it's supposed to rain today and tomorrow and Friday, or tomorrow and Friday. And it's going to be negative. It's going to be 20 degrees on Saturday. It's going to be icy and frozen on Saturday for my party. Of all days for us Houston to have a freeze that shuts the whole city down. But you know what? We're still going to party, you guys. You can risk your life for me. It's worth it. Promise. But seriously, though. If I hit 300, which is my target here, 27 on 15, I'll be up 5K for the day. If we hit here, I made 5K today. All this fucking travel. Oh my God. Well, in this account, I'm up a ton and everything else. Guys, I felt it. I felt it in my bones. I felt it. You got a couch? Bro, you come over. I got a couch. I got a bed. You come out. I don't know. You can share the bed with Tyler. I think he's coming to town to stay in the guest room, but you can sleep on the couch. You come out. Don't come hang out. Oh my God, I'm back to almost even. What's going on? What's going on? Let's go. Let's go. I mean, I'm not mad. This Next account that was down 10K is now green. I should probably trim it out and be happy that I got that to even. Bruh. Wow. Let's go. This amount of travel here. Come on, hit that lower bullseye. Hit that 300. Just go. Get the 300, man. That's all I want to see. 300. Let's pocket this. Let me start like being smart. It is just free falling from here. I ain't even mad, you know. We should talk about shoes more often, man. That was the lucky step in the right direction. Get it? Step. Step. I said it. That's a shoe joke. You know, it's not unattractive. Making another fucking 30K. Oh my God. Let's go. Let's just trim this down to be smart. Let's have a 6 spot. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my word. Hallelujah. It just feels good to have my intuition be right. All right, so let me update you guys. All these zeros right here. Well, oops, I didn't line up the other one. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, 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 ready. Oh, bam. Let's go. I just closed everything out all at once. Huh. Oh, we hit the bull zone. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Huh. All right. It's not a lot. It's not a loss till you close out. That's the point. I felt it in my balls, dude. My diamond balls. Oh my God. All right, I had to eat my breakfast, dude. That expelled a lot of energy, I'll tell you. That's tough. I'm gonna short again when I touch a GD band a second time for the real money. My hands are shaking from the adrenaline, bro. Man, I was sweating a little bit, but I feel it. I think this is the end point of this. We'll have to wait. That's pretty brutal. Retrace off of this. Like I said, I think my original suspicion's right. I'm just too much of a wuss to keep holding on to it. That's the short I wanted to take. My intuition was right. From 42, bruh. Yeah. It's because I hit it hard with 20 with the negative DD. This is the trade. It just overshot. Now it's taken off. Had I not taken that loss and took the stop, this is the trade I wanted. So, been melted. Got all these accounts green finally. Like I said, this price action weird, but hey, if you guys are short, congratulations. You were in that too, crayfish, bruh. Man, that was a heart attack. I'm glad. I'm not even mad that I'm down $2,000 in the account. About time. I felt it. Felt it all day. I knew that this was it. Ratio back to 0.5, less than 0.5. But this is the time to get out. The better step, the better trade off of this is any green that goes to here. If you get hands a second time, that's a second trade. That's that bull squeeze, man, that happened. I felt it was coming down. I could feel it. I said people had no appetite for the stocks. They've still been waiting to get out. This is their opportunity to get out. November, December, January, that's exactly that mentality. You know, it's like what makes today different that everybody wants to jump in on Nvidia? People are trying to dump before earnings. Told y'all. Feel it. All right. So here, let's be smart, right? I'm pretty much done with most of this. I ain't trying to catch a long here. I'm not buying the pocket. That's for sure. All right, close, right? Man, that's another 70 points. I could have been well into the money there. I'm all right. When I get the trade wrong and the universe lets me make most of it back like this, or not make it back, but like get ahead, I like to count my blessings. Last thing I want to do is be in the hole again. Why to pump and dump? Trump and Greenland, same bullshit we've had last couple days. Breaking news, Donald Trump, Denmark rejects Trump, demand to negotiate take over Greenland. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys are coming out, let me know if you're coming out Saturday to party. Saturday, it's a dinner event, then a club, then a second club, and then a third club. My parties that I throw are the biggest and best parties you will ever go to. If you like clubs and restaurants, there's gonna be hundreds of people there. It's gonna be a huge, loud, crazy event. Now, granted, it's supposed to rain and freeze and be this like, you know, icy road situation, but it's worth risking your life for me. I'm definitely that cool. No, but seriously, be careful if you are coming to the party. I mean, 20 degrees outside and icy roads, maybe. Do I drink alcohol? I do sometimes. I have the world's hardest working liver though, because I don't really get drunk. It's the weirdest thing. I've been known to just slam, and I don't drink a lot, and I have the world's highest tolerance, I guess. I don't really drink a lot. I'll do a cocktail at dinner is about it. but I've been known to do shot, and then still function correctly. I created arbitrage 6 tequila shots deep at a wedding. I came up with the ARB indicator just sitting there at a wedding after 6 shots. I'm extremely functional. I don't know what it is. I literally have the hardest working liver in town, I think. But I just don't, I've never in my life got like blackout, like slurred speech, wobbly, and I know there's days I've done 15, 20 shots at a club or party and I still function. So maybe I just have the most amount of enzymes to break it all down. What links to caviar will be served? Baby, beluga only. I'm just kidding. Come to your wedding and make an indicator as a gift? Okay, I'd love to do that. What party food will we have? So, the way that it goes is the only food is going to be at the restaurant. And I don't know what she booked for the restaurant, how many people are coming. But the restaurant is usually, because we have groups of friends that don't like the whole club thing, strip club thing. How can you not like clubs and strip clubs? I don't know. No, but seriously though, some of our friends are like, you know, low-key, chill adults that just like, you know, they don't like the shitty club scene, which get it kind of that way. We have a dinner for like that group of friends, probably 20 people or so. Big dinner. And those people don't want to go to a club, we just go to dinner and after that. We got 2 tables at 2 different clubs. 2 hours, then the after party, whoever's still sticking around, we hit up like a after hours or a strip club or something. Depends on what everybody's on and what they're in the mood for, you know. Sometimes people are like, let's just, you know, finish out our roll in an after hours club and go hear some EDM. Some people are like, let's go get trashy at the strip club. Who knows? Party's get out of hand. The nerdy Matt you thought you knew sometimes has a cool social life sometimes. But I don't really party that much though. But when I throw a party, it's always a big deal because everybody's like, holy crap, you're alive. We never see you. Hell yeah, I'll be there. Well, okay. And my friends that I'm inviting are also people that are known to throw in big parties. So they bring 10, 20 people each, and it just gets way out of hand and bigger than normal. Which is kind of fun. You get to meet so many people. The IDOC's over here coordinating with 2 of my buddies who are known to throw like massive things themselves. So because of that, I'm pretty convinced it's probably going to get out of hand, which is nice. Just meet a whole bunch of new people. It'll be fun. But anyways, if y'all are in town in Houston, Saturday, we'll be at Melrose and Sante. Those are 2 places. Y'all just come up. Just be like, I'm here with Matt. And we'll let you in. No guest list, just say my name. Well, there is a guest list for the table, but if you say my name, they'll get you in. All you gotta do, come on over. Am I gonna play Rocket Scooter songs on the day? I don't get, at the club, I don't get requests. I actually asked my friend, I was like, hey, can I, I'm the one that owns Santi. I was like, can I get a request? He's like, oh, come on, man, you know the rules, no requests. I was like, I got a song I want to play. I was going to play the Knife Catchers Anonymous song. He's like, we can't do requests. So I'm like, all right. It's also, you know, like back in the day, what time? I think the first one is 10:30 to 12:30 and then 12:30 to 2. Somewhere like that. 10 to 12, 12 to 2, or 11 to 1 and 1 to 2, something like that. Different both places. These are more like these are the 2 hottest places right now in Houston. And like they've actually kind of like, you know, you guys go to clubs and people are like doing the thing with the signs and all that stuff. These are places that don't do stuff like that. So we had to bring our own. They're a little more upscale instead of doing the you know, rocket scooter 100K. All the girls went out and bought all their own. They made their own signage and made their own stuff. So I've been told. We might even get snow that night. It would be so fucking cool. I promise, if you guys come in from out of state and it snows, I will promise to throw a snowball at you. a celebration of your travel to town. You need a lot of drugs to make it? What do you need? You can tell me what you need. Not say no to drugs, kids. Seriously. But I'm sure what you need might be available. Y'all need a little Jesus in your life. You like the snowball? You don't know the snowball you're talking about, Pass? No, I mean an actual snowball. That wasn't that kind of snowball joke. Literally, like I'm gonna run outside. I'm gonna scoot. You know how excited Houston's gonna be if it snows? I'm seeing messages that it's gonna be 20 degrees and rainy, so it might snow, but it might just be icy. If there's snow, oh my God, snowball fight in the bar, that'd be great. We'll get kicked out in the best way possible, and my friend will hate me. But it wouldn't be the first time I had a snowball fight in the bar. When I was a kid, went to a karaoke bar with my step family. My dad was married to a woman that had like a huge family, and there was like her nieces and nephews were all our age. There was like 15 kids. We're all in high school. It snowed. It doesn't snow in Texas, but like once every 5 years, so everybody goes crazy when it happens. Went to this karaoke bar. It's just like, but it was like country, like shit kicker bar. Everyone's drinking, cowboy bar, you know. And so we go outside, and like one of the cousins grabs snowball, comes in here, just smashes it in someone's face. They're laughing. Everyone else is sneaking out, grabbing snow, coming in, throwing snow. And it turned into this giant saloon style snowball fight. And we were wearing these shirts that were like every year at Christmas, the family would make these funny shirts just to celebrate Christmas, and usually had a naughty and nice list on which of the cousins were bad that year. Like Matt goes to in-school suspension because he gets caught smoking. He's on the naughty list, you know. Somebody got straight A's, they're on the nice list, you know. So all the uncles and aunts would troll all the kids by putting them on the back of a shirt. You have to wear the shirt that day. So essentially, on the front, it said Absolute Christmas. There was an Absolute bottle, you know, the liquor. And I remember at the bar, the guy gets gone. He's like, everybody with the Absolute t-shirts, get the fuck out of my bar. Take your snowball fight outside. We all got... So, Christmas Day, the whole family got kicked out of a bar throwing snowballs at each other. It's so exciting, though, when it snows. We don't get a lot of snow down here. There's a karaoke country bar. Probably not the place to be throwing snowballs, but whatever. Anyways. All right, liquidity pocket. Got my hands on my rocket. What are we gonna do here? VIX is tailing up a little bit. This is the trade I wanted from earlier, from here to there to close out. And unfortunately, it took a detour that I broke even on. But I still can't complain because everything else is up, which is good. EST coming. I'm gonna say, in all honesty, a DD band reject. Don't catch a knife on the way down. This is the time knife catching is not appropriate. EST or not. Usually DD band rejections and sell can go to the other side by the end of the day. So I can't tell you guys investment advice, but I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do, which is, even though there could be some oomph there, the last thing I'm going to do is stick my hand in front of this. These are like razor sharp icicles falling off the ceiling here. All confluences are not negative. Most of them are. Resilience is still kind of okay. So like, I really think that we've got another leg down from here to there with negative res. I think we settle out there, to be honest. I might, if we pop to there, chase it one more time down to flip this screen. There's at least 150 points on this with a 40-point stop. I'd be willing to take it. Like, I'd be willing to take this trade and this trade one more time. Not from here because it's in the middle, but at least if it gets a pop. If I miss out on the fall, I miss out on the fall. But I really believe that this is a good setup again. Back to 4. My intuition was good on this. We get a pop to there. Like there, I probably should have chased the short. Fail the pocket at DD less than half. I could take it. ACA members are disappointed. Be so great if the DJ was like, hello, my name is Dave, and I caught the dip. You know, like DJ spinning like a remix. Like, ooh, baby, do you caught that dip? Ooh, heaven is a... Hi, my name is Dave. You know, like mix it up a little bit. That'd be kind of fun. But no requests, as I was told. No song requests. You know, I told him, I was like, you know how much money I spend here? He goes, even for you. It's like, ugh. I was like, I get it. Yeah, because they have rules. But he's like, you can bring your own signage if you want, though. It's 6-7. We tried to negotiate. He was like, no requests. Doesn't make sense. Okay. Now do I get the move here? I'm not gonna jump into the short here, but a little bit of a failed on the pop, I can take it. Man, I'm so happy. Happy that I saw this. Because I haven't lost it, but man, that squeeze, that prior squeeze was a little much. People wouldn't get it. They'd be like, what the fuck is... Yeah, and that's exactly why there's no request, because you're going to play something that nobody's going to like. And the club will just empty out. How the Darb indicator did, it didn't give us any signals. Some days it's not going to give us much. The stretch on it was barely plus and minus 10 on NASDAQ. That's not enough to move on. Remember, we want to see it at least 30, 40 points, at least the distance of your stop and longer. S&P barely moved 1 to 2 points. It basically means we were just tracking the stocks to a T. The futures were not getting ahead of themselves or lagging behind. Negative DD ratio again. If we pop the bull zone 301, I'll take a short. I'll play the same. I'll play the same play. And only in this account, I'm happy with everything else. Yeah, maybe these two. These two need to make some room. But I'm willing to build that same trade in here. What do y'all think? Is that a smart idea, or am I being stupid again? I wasn't being stupid earlier. I just got squeezed out. What do you think? Play from there to there? Does it work? Is it worth it? $263 goes long at 263 reclaim. Yeah. Usually DD break and rejection is a lot of times a fall to the lower DD band, which is kind of lovely. Excuse me. Getting the green. I like the way you think. Oh shit, guys! I got some giveaways. Man, we get so caught up with this. I don't know. Did y'all hit that like button a lot? Let's double check. How much did y'all like this stream today? Hold on. Sorry for the delays there. 608. All right, I owe you guys something. Still though, y'all get those numbers, them rookie numbers with 1,200 people here this morning. We can't get 1 out of 2 people smash it. So let's do like we got that one ETF account we give away at 600, but you guys got a little bit to get to 700. I got to bounce to my funded TV in half an hour. So hit those likes. Singapore at 1 a.m. I love that you're here at 1 a.m. Sonic. That means a lot to me, man. Dude, come on. Give us that green candle to 300. Oh, I'll be excited about that. Okay, I'm gonna spin the wheel in 20 seconds. Get y'all's thumbs ups in. Ooh, 715. Man, you guys know how to listen. All right, if we get to 850, I'll do 3 more accounts. Ben likes to 850, y'all. Crazy amount of travel. I've been hugging this 250,000 level for like a week now. Can't break out. I need to get to 300 today. Get to 300 this week. Y'all wanted me to get to 1 million before March. Moving past 250. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's see what's going on in the, let's see what's going on in the shoe front today. What the heck? Hold on. Hold on. Apex, guys, type it in, type it in. You guys, y'all ready? Got some Apex accounts going for y'all. Falling all the way down to target. Looks like I'm not going to get it, but man, I was so right about that trade today. All right, got some Apex accounts ready to go. Man, I feel like so cheated today, man. I knew it. And I bailed on the trade here at Bull Zone. The wait. Sometimes it happens like this. Sometimes you're right. The market squeezes you a little bit and you're ultimately right. And then I just didn't have the courage to stick with it. But at least I came back to neutral, which was good. We now have lost yellow line. Like I said, this typically can be a path all the way back down to the bottom green. I knew it, man. Oh. Dude, we're totally back to December style trading. I could feel it. I can feel it in my bones, man. I'm filthy IG. I held too long on the way up. I didn't hold too long on the way up because it's exactly to point. Like it was exactly to where I was willing to hold to. But the thing was that whenever it does go against you, don't like, it's bad form when it goes against you to not just accept a lesser loss and instead like continue to gamble on your position. If it goes against you, then there's something you didn't see and then you can be wrong. The example is, 10 points above DD is like where my final stop was. By proxy, I was in Nasdaq, which stretched a little heavier. But if you go really, really, really far from your pivot and it comes back down, you break even. A lot of times I'm just like, I didn't see it right. I didn't get the sharp pivot I wanted. There's something I'm not seeing, so let me just bail. And I usually just get out of the way. That's kind of the smarter thing to do. In hindsight, it's like, yeah, I could have held for longer. I could have probably got the other 100 points on this. And I'm just like, 150 points. But bad form. Like, I'm like, okay, you know what? I was wrong. Kind of, I mean, I was ultimately right, but I was wrong on the play from the wrong, or that was proven wrong. And then it turned around to be okay. When that usually happens, I don't try to, I feel like I'm gambling if I bet for any more. Like I'm just sort of hoping, and I don't like to trade on that. Like a lot of times I'm just like, okay, I got the trade wrong and I bailed without missing much, and I usually feel pretty happy about that. Yeah, the dip buyer sell off the initial short. They really did. They really did. S&P, the Nasdaq hit the band, but S&P hit the band like right after Nasdaq did. So Rocky Mountain, your last one. Okay, so what Res is doing right here. Positive Res. Could be a bounce to the half gap. Yeah, looking like it's possible. All right, so how many of that is you guys? 3? Sorry for the delays on the giveaway. I got so busy today. All right, that's it for the Apex for now. Y'all get it to 800? 850? All right, the ETF account, congratulations. All right, we got you there. Looks like Andrew's got the rest of the names. I think he's got it right now. Those of you that won, go to my Discord, and the link is in the description below. Go to the contest channel in the Discord. Send a message to Slacks, our admin there, with a screenshot of your YouTube ID. And then from there, we will hook you up with your account. Let them know the email address you signed up for Apex or with ETF with. Did we get 850 for my funded futures? How close did we get to 850? Ooh, 720. Remember, guys, the number of likes equal number of giveaways. We get to 850, which is 45 more. We'll do 3 more. So remember, every morning, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Every vote counts, and then that helps more giveaways get unlocked. Is there a cat active on the downside? 61 points S&P. Right here, 40 would be it. So from the top, what's 61.50, right? So 42. That's it. And then was it 202.10? What is it for NASDAQ? 230. 230 off the top there. Would be 247. Cat active on NASDAQ at 247. Little retracement line there. S&P holding this with a pocket with DD32. I'm just like, I think inside of here is the play. So this is my new thought. Here's the play. The best case scenario is to short of the end from there. Maybe an hour or so sort of fighting this. And then the final hours of the day, a second push down. So this is going to squash the momentum for a little bit as we fight on the cat line here. New S&P short setup, 68.66 from there. Negative DD, go to there if res is less than 0. Keep res in your kind of forefront there. It's still bullish. So we're going to fight off of this. So this being the low, it's not a place to want to short from for this tiny little bit. I want to get some stretch to slam it back down to there, as this is now really strong support. All right, you guys. Yep, so I think that this is now, I don't think we're going to get I figured it'd be nice to get like a bigger bounce off of that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think this area, back to bearishness there. All right, I got to get to my funded TV in a little bit. What a day. What a crazy day. Some days I wish I was like able to see the future. That way I've just been like, and it was a smart thing to trim up here though, with breaking this and breaking this. It becomes irrational. I did trim from 20 to 8 to 14, rode the 14 of there and called it. Even though like it way overshot my target. Better safe than sorry, right? This keeps me from blowing up the account. See, sometimes when I have not winning days or losing days, it's because the market is stupid and does something like that. Even though I ultimately got the trade right, I did just risk management was the forefront of the decision. So, you know, being safe rather than sorry. 247 in the cat line. To bet on a cat active would be a primary rejection point on NASDAQ would be here. Again, to bet on that. I think this is 100 points worth of move. So might actually be worth trying the amount of volatility we've had. If I want to bet on the market collapse, I bet that there's a catalyst active, which usually when cat active is there's a no trade sort of rule here. So S&P Works its way to there. $140 to $220 is 80 points of move, and cat active line. I could maybe try one more play there. Looks like my trade evade is frozen up. Hold on. Like it's weird. Like it's white. I need to refresh. Actually, whenever I switch over to my funded TV, I'll refresh. Okay, guys. We'll see y'all later. I gotta go to my funded TV in a hot minute. Join me over there. What a morning. They got the links posted in chat. Thank you, mods. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm getting out of here. What a day. I managed to turn it green with all the other accounts. The main account down 2K. What a travel win. 40K round trip. We'll see y'all at my funded TV. Love you guys.
Institutions will be seen, predict the flow like a machine.
Hey guys, what's up? Just chilling here for a little bit with y'all before I have to get out of here. I got some errands I got to run today. But basically, I just threw up a short right here at this greater bear market 221 resistance. Just with 4 contracts. I'm gonna sit on it and see if we tank for the rest of the day. If not, I'll just stop out if we lose 300 and call it a day. Catalyst is active on Nasdaq. Be careful at this 247 level. Nvidia is holding really strong at 180, which is the real reason why we're not selling off. Unless Nvidia sells off, this market's gonna hold. So I'm just keeping an eye there on that. Other than that, I just wanted to let you guys know my plan before I get out of here. I'm gonna set a, like I said, I'm gonna set a stop. I think that we have earlier, CAT is active here. If it does press with any resistance, it speeds up, and that's the one thing I'm like, okay, maybe I'll take the bet on. But I'm keeping it small. Just that I don't really give back too much or make too much, but the velocity is big to the downside if it is big. The upward movement is pretty solid resistance here. DD band less than half, so, or DD ratio less than half is resistance there. So I'm looking to maybe stop somewhere up in this area. Kind of same spot here. Anyways, friends, I gotta go. When is earnings season over? It's, you know, the bigger earnings will start in a couple weeks. Then after that, earnings is gonna last for, you know, depending on what is. Nvidia is always at the end, like a month later. But this earnings season is gonna last for a couple weeks. Like the majors. The majors start in 2 weeks, or this week. A week from now. The major tech, yeah. No more giveaways. 850 likes, man. You guys can get the likes up for the giveaways. Every single day, you got to get the likes, thumbs up on the button. Get those thumbs ups up. Yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. I got to bounce. I love you guys, and y'all have a great day. We will be streaming bright and early tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern, as always. I'm up like 60K today. What a crazy round trip travel, right? This was. Let's see. Am I still looking for account managers? If you send me an email, Adam, we haven't started calling people to interview them yet, but yes, send me the email with your resume and all that stuff.